This is the Ranger Report Podcast. News, insights, predictions, interviews, and information about the Texas Rangers from the major leagues to the minor leagues. And now, here are your hosts, Ben Dieter and CJ Berryman.
Well, we're back. Welcome to the Ranger Report Podcast. It has been a little while. You know, they say for sickness and health and marriage, but that doesn't work for podcasting because if neither CJ and I can talk, then you guys really don't want to listen to us. Am I right?
That's very true.
Yeah.
Ben had a real good excuse. He had no voice there for a little bit. Mine was really raspy. Almost lost the whole thing, but no, it's just raspy right now. But Ben had a little mystery sickies going on there, and
a little throat problem, little congestion, I had a cold and possibly bronchitis along with, allergies. So
strep and
I missed 3 days of my regular job last week, which I don't ever do because I was laid out, not able to swallow or breathe, which, makes it hard to do a podcast.
Nah, who needs swallowing and breathing?
Exactly. And so I do sound a little congested. I apologize for that. But, I like I said on last time's episode, I sound like crap and you guys listen anyway. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a little raspy still. So we'll just get over it.
I am Ben Dieter. You can find me at Twitter on the BDeater75.
I am CJ Berryman. You can find me at CJB_RR on the Twitter, even though I haven't been tweeting a whole lot yet.
No,
believe me, I will once the season starts for sure. And once the final rosters come, You'll start hearing me a lot more on the Twit box.
And you can find us on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe. It helps us out. If you will click that subscribe button, click the bell over there, I think, then it'll tell you that every time we post a new episode, since we should be weekly or actually bi-weekly, we're talking about doing it twice a week now.
Yeah, we are.
CJ and I have been meeting about that. We want to do a major league and a minor league episode instead of trying to pack it all into one. Since we only do 30-minute shows, I figured we can do 2 30-minute shows a week, one on the majors, one on the minors. And we should have a lot of minor league guests on this year to talk to you guys about. Also, we got exciting, I won't say who or what book yet, but there's a book I'm reading, a pre copy of it, and we're going to have the author on to talk about. It's about baseball scouts, which I love. So if you love the insides and outsides of baseball, that'll be one you'll want to listen to, and we have him on. But anyway, there's a lot to talk about since we've been off for 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. And we're going to start firing up the old Zoom Live.
Yep.
Pretty quick. I was going to talk with Ben about that once we got finished up here. But yes, we are going to try to do a podcast on Wednesday to cover this week. This is our makeup pod for last week.
Yep.
So we'll try to get two to you this week for sure. And then I'm thinking maybe tentatively, I'll talk with Ben about this afterwards, but Sunday evening at 7 p.m. If we can do Zoom Live. So if y'all want to tentatively put that in your calendars and maybe join us, again, you don't have to put your picture up there or have your video going or whatever if you don't want to. But if you want to participate and ask questions or make comments or tell us we're stupid, we don't care. Come on.
No, we don't.
Come on and join us. We're looking forward to trying this out instead of the Twitter Spaces thing. It was kind of a pain.
I liked it all right, but it was kind of a pain. So
we couldn't use our audio equipment the way we wanted to.
No, and I couldn't record it well, and we didn't even post the last one we did just because it didn't sound good at all.
Yeah, it didn't.
And on Zoom this way, also my plan in the future is for a Zoom Live a couple times a year to actually have a player on. The live that you guys can ask questions to while we have them on. So I think that would be entertaining for you guys. Maybe make that a Patreon thing where our Patreons can get on and ask questions to a player while we have them on. But we got a lot coming up. I know you've been talking to Vanasco. We've been talking to Kent. I've reached out to Cole Reagans again. He's having such a good spring to see if we can get him on to talk to him again. So we have a lot planned for the near future. But yes, in case you guys didn't hear, Jacob deGrom threw a baseball against batters today.
Yes, he did. He had a minor league start, and we have not been able to find the results that they have not put them anywhere. So
No, we get the emails every day, but they haven't come yet today. We're recording this on a Monday, and we haven't gotten the email yet with all the information in it. So but we wanted to go ahead and get this episode in the can, as they say, so I can mix it and get it out.
Well, we'll be able to talk about it Wednesday. So we'll be able to talk about it then. And if anything had gone wrong or he pitched bad or something went horrible, then we'd all know about it right now. So
we would.
So obviously everything seems to have gone well.
Probably so, yeah. And it was a minor league game. That's why you didn't hear a lot about it. But they just wanted to get him some innings out there. He's got to start building up for the season, as it's getting 3 weeks away now. Yeah,
we're getting close, and he's still got time. Luckily.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine.
Who doesn't have time is Leody Taveras.
No,
that's something we got to talk about. Kind of, I think, off the top.
Oh yeah, I agree. Leody, of course, as you guys have heard, injured his leg. Injured. What was it? His quad.
Do you remember what it was? I think it was another side.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was.
Side. Yeah, I think so.
That's right. Yeah,
I'll verify and make sure. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, it was very disappointing because it was his job. Center field was his job. But of course,
still is.
Yeah, I'm sure Bubba's not terribly disappointed because now, he was already pretty much guaranteed to make this team, but now Bubba definitely makes this team and is probably going to get a lot of time in center field or in right field if Adolis gets some time in center field.
Low grade oblique strain. So
it was oblique. Your right side. Yeah. Yeah.
So that seems to, for whatever reason, all the Rangers' minor injuries have been in one of their sides.
Yeah, I know.
Same
it's
thing
weird,
with deGrom, and then who else had it? John Gray.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just been kind of weird. You could look, I think, right off the top of my head that Bubba Thompson would likely be your first. You'd assume a guy to get the shot to start at center field to begin the season because it really doesn't. They said that Taveras' availability for opening day is in question. I think we can go ahead and say he'll probably open up on the 10-day DL.
I'm pretty sure. I'd be surprised if he didn't open up on the 10-day IL.
Yeah. Did I say DL?
You did, but that's okay. We all still do. The pros still do too, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. Well, it's been DL for how many years? It's just like when they changed a couple of years ago, and thank God they changed it back, but they changed the names of the minor league.
I know. Yeah, I remember
divisions,
that.
The East, North, West, South division.
Got really stupid. Yeah.
Sky, or now it's back to it was to Texas League, and
back to the good stuff. It's back to what we understand.
Yeah, but I'd imagine Bubba Thompson gets the first crack at that, unless I don't know. To be honest, and we'll be talking a little bit more about him in here in just a minute. If Robbie Grossman can play right field, because then you might see something like a Grossman in right and Adolis Garcia in center, and maybe a Brad Miller in left. I'm not 100% sure. So
well, and it's going to be interesting. Like I said, they have everyone they need on the team, even with Leody getting hurt. Like they're not desperate for anybody right now. They have who they need on the team. The offense is looking pretty good this spring training. Corey Seager is on fire. He's hitting I think and I think he's hitting 8 straight games is what I read today. So
hitting 520 with 3 homers.
Yeah, he's doing really well. The whole team is looking pretty good offensively right now. And of course, Justin Foscue looked awesome, but he's already been sent down. We'll talk about the guys who got sent down in a minute. Mm-hmm. But the major league guys are starting to look like they're coming together and getting ready.
Yeah, Nathaniel Lowe, he cracks me up. Last year, everybody was all concerned about him because he just wasn't swinging at anything in spring training. They were
I remember that.
Doing? Watching fastballs right down the middle. He saw more pitches. Everybody's going, what's he doing? He's just wanting to see as many pitches as he could.
I read
and he started off the season on fire. So
I read an article, and I can't remember who it was, but there's a player for another team right now who's doing that. He has told everyone, including opposing pitchers, he's not going to swing at anything, and he's been walked like 6 times.
So, it's weird how the baseball players are just the most finicky, especially pitchers. They're so finicky and superstitious, or whatever. It's funny, it's hilarious. Turk Wendell with the brush in the teeth in between innings, and one guy, I can't remember who it was, who would wear one sock inside out.
Yep. Yeah, there's some weird things like that in baseball that we love, though. That's why we love baseball.
Yeah, that's what makes baseball so great. And among other things, obviously. But So I would imagine Bubba gets the first crack at center field. They could change their mind. I just don't see anybody else that could play right field.
No,
unless Brad Miller, I don't think has the arm for right field. I don't know much about Robbie Grossman's arm, to be honest.
No, I don't either.
So I think that they would like to have Bubba Thompson at least get the first shot and have him hit ninth. It's not changing your order up at all.
No,
because they were both, either one of them were going to hit ninth.
Yep.
So it's going to be okay. And luckily it's not serious, thank goodness. But you'd like to see him have that full spring coming in after last season struggling again, going down. And then finally coming back up and showing everybody what he's got. So what he's really made of.
I think he's got his confidence now. I don't think this is going to kill him too bad. I just think, it's disappointing for him, but I think he'll still have a really good season.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I think he proved it to himself that, hey, I was just in my own head.
Yeah, I think he did too.
And now I just need to go out there and just do what I always do what I've always done at every level, is play baseball like Leody Taveras plays baseball. And that's very high level baseball. So that's I think that's going to be fine. I'm anxious to actually see Bubba play some more.
Me too.
He had an exciting finish to last year. If he gets a walk is a double and a single is a double, because he's still in second and there's nothing you can do about it. So
yeah, you're exactly right about that.
And his defense is awesome. I mean, he's kind of what you would call your prototypical old school leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of pop. Batting average might not be fantastic. If it is, you're hitting at the top of the lineup. If it's not, you're hitting at the bottom of the lineup. So you can turn the lineup over faster with speed at the bottom of the lineup. And then it's just,
Yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be good. And I think another guy we should talk about who's having a great spring and hasn't gotten injured is Josh Young.
Josh Young, yes. He had a nice opposite field home run the other day.
Yep.
And he's only struck out 4 times in 28 at bats. He's got 2 homers with 5 RBIs, hitting .321. Yeah. And I can hear it. I know there's people out there going, "Well, it's just spring training." I know you're out there, folks. You're probably listening to us and going, these idiots. Why are they so? Look, we're excited. Okay.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. No, but I mean, there's reason to be excited, but
definitely.
This is a guy that we've been wanting to see for 2 years.
A guy that should have been the starting third baseman 2 years ago and last year.
2 years ago. Yep. So that is so good to see him being healthy and seeing him play in the field. And he's taking defense he's taking it personally.
Yeah.
He's taking playing his defense personally. And he's really wanting to not be a liability, I guess is the best way to put it, at third base. Because let's be honest, if you are a liability at third, they're going to replace you. That's a position where you've got to at least be solid, or you're going to be either traded to somebody who can put you somewhere else if you don't have a spot to put them, or you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to learn how to play another base. And so it's just, that is what it is. Third base is important. First base is important. You want your first baseman to have some pop with him.
Yep.
Average is important. Yes, obviously average is important to every position nowadays. Especially
and our first baseman led the team in average last year.
Led the team in average last year, and he had 20. He almost hit 30.
Yeah, he almost hit 30 homers. It was 20.
So
I'll have to look it up.
High 20s, I believe.
Yeah, but he had over 300 batting average last year.
Over 300 batting average, and you know what? Great. Don Mattingly. That's kind of what Don Mattingly was. Not a whole lot of pop. I don't remember, at least. Of course, when I was growing up, it was kind of the twilight years for him. But it was about, I don't remember him hitting over 20. It was between 10 and 20 home runs a year. But for average, played great defense. There you go. That's a first baseman.
Yep.
So Bubba kind of reminds me of that old school center fielder. He does get on base.
Yeah, he does.
He will get on base. But it's just... it just stinks for Leody.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But they've got, like I said, the pieces around them, so that's good. Yeah. Young has also been playing great defense, like you were saying, according to the beat writers who were out there and covering it. And of course, there's been some great. We talked about it last time. There's been some great tweets. If you don't follow Levi Weaver, you need to. If you don't follow Jeff Wilson, you need to. The recliner nerd, John Moore, you need to follow him. There's been some great tweets coming out of camp. But Levi's sarcasm is just great. I love it, and it's what makes him such a good beat writer.
It's smart sarcasm.
Yeah,
Smart
it is.
It's witty sarcasm, I guess you can say.
It's witty sarcasm, yes. And
Levi's very facetious in his tweets.
He is very much so. And the Rangers have been doing this Ask the Beat Writer. I don't know if you've seen that, where she's gone in, Hannah has gone into the room and asked them different questions like who's going to win the World Baseball Classic or what's your favorite TV show growing up. And Levi's was hilarious. It was Gospel Bill. And then he said, yes, I was homeschooled. So it was hilarious. If you haven't seen that, you need to go watch that. It was Hannah Wing that posts these. She's doing them each day, going into the press box and asking them these questions. So it's pretty funny.
Hannah, she's funny.
It's another thing I love about spring training is they do all this dumb stuff. All the questions they ask the players, who throws the best parties. They go around and ask them these questions, and it's funny stuff. You get to know people really well, though, and that's what it's about. Is for fans to get to know these players.
And have fun with, and they do it during the season too. They'll talk to them throughout the season and just get funny clips, and they'll put it, before the game, they'll throw it up on the video board. And I'll never forget one. It was Tollison.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Tollison. So he said, I can't remember what it was that they said. Okay, you get a burger and fries or whatever. It was something like that. You get a burger and fries. What are you eating first? And he goes, the pickle. They were like, why? What?
Yeah, sometimes their answers are fantastic.
He goes, no, you eat the pickle. And he goes, he said, my grandpa always told me that always eat the pickle first because it opens up your taste buds and prepares you for the big meal coming up. And
that's hilarious. That is great.
I actually started doing that.
That's great. I'll tell you what, man. These guys, we learned about the, what was it from Eric Nadell about the Whataburger secret with the buffalo sauce, from Eric Nadell, the Nolan Ryan secret. And by the way.
No. The buffalo sauce was Levi.
Oh, that was Levi. Sorry, that was Levi.
Nadell told us it was the jalapenos.
That's right.
They will grill them if you ask them.
Yeah.
So.
That's right. Yeah. Levi was the one with the buffalo. Man, we're giving Levi a lot of screen time tonight. A lot of talk time.
We gotta stop that.
Or we just got to have him back on again. That's what.
Yeah, we just need to get him back on.
All right. Anyway, let's move on to who have the Rangers sent down to minor league camp. Minor league camp has now begun officially, so it's not a big surprise that they've sent people down. And of course, my phone went. Let's see where to go.
Well, I can go ahead and talk about Justin Foskey while.
Yeah, let's talk about Justin Foskey while I'm looking for what I'm looking for.
Justin Foskey was one of them. He was great in spring training this year. He had, obviously just 11 at bats, but he hit 455 with 3 home runs and 11 at bats and 5 RBIs.
I know.
He was tearing the cover off the ball. A lot of these guys that are getting sent down right now are controllable. They're not on the 40 man.
Some of them are, but yeah.
I mean, most of them, yeah, especially the first round. I'm sorry. This round, yeah, some of them are, but yeah, Foskey, man, he's looked good everywhere he's been.
Yeah,
everywhere he's been.
Both him and Blaine Krim.
Him and Krim, yeah, Krim, the Criminator, and Sam Huff has had a great spring. He hasn't been sent down, so I'm not. We'll get to him in a minute.
Yeah, definitely.
Foskey, man, and Luis Angel Acuna hitting 350. There's just
the guys getting sent down are guys that we knew weren't going to be in the majors.
Right.
Let me start. Here's the first list.
Okay.
It was Cody Bradford. We knew he wasn't. He's probably starting at AAA.
Right.
Blaine Krim, Justin Foskey, AAA. Cody Freeman, probably starting at AAA. Mm-hmm. David Garcia and Antoine Kelly. Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker. We knew they weren't starting in the majors.
Yeah.
Probably AA for those two guys.
I would, yeah.
Daniel Robert and Matt Watley. Matt Watley, great catcher for AA last year. You knew he wasn't going to start in the majors. So
right.
And then they sent down, was it yesterday, I believe, or the day before? It was 2 days ago. They sent down some 40-man guys. Louis Angel Acuna, who's been on the show. He's going to Frisco. Evan Carter, they haven't announced yet, but I'm guessing Frisco. Sorry, he just barely played a few games at Frisco last year.
He got called up right at the very end.
Yeah, he will help them win the championship. He kind of took Blaine Krim's place offensively.
Yep, he sure did.
Kyle Cody, who kind of surprised me a little bit. I thought Cody had a shot at making this team.
Well, and his injury last year was so significant. I think that they want to let him go down and get some innings in. And get familiar with the mound again, because it just seemed like I didn't if I recall correctly, the injury at first, it wasn't didn't seem that serious. It should have been okay. 10-day stint. We'll check it out after that. And then, well, let's do another 10-day. And then, holy crap, it just kept extending until finally they had to put him on the 60-day. And so he lost the whole season after starting off decent. I mean, he wasn't bad at all.
No,
that was my pitcher to watch last year.
Yep.
Coming up, or 2 years ago. I'm sorry, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
So it just it stinks. But
and he's one that could at some point get called up, during the season. But then you have Dustin Harris, Round Rock, not a surprise. Luke Jacobson, left-handed pitcher, and then of course 40-man Zach Kent to Round Rock, not a surprise. He had a great year last year.
Yeah, he pitched today, and it didn't go well.
No, well, he seems to struggle at the beginning of the year and then get it together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fernie Azuna, who we knew was going down.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy Ricky Vanasco. He's going to start at Frisco. Owen White is going to start at Frisco, and Cole Winn is going back to Round Rock. So that's everyone they've sent down to minor league camp so far.
Hopefully Cole, that lump that he took last year.
Yeah.
He didn't pitch all that great. He really didn't.
No, he really didn't. He walked a lot of people.
He walked a lot. His control was an issue. And one thing that I look at it as a positive is hopefully maybe that's him getting that roughed up part out of the way in the minors.
Yeah. I kind of hope so.
Rather than having it happen to him at the majors, because he's sitting there at AAA playing against stud prospects, quadruple A players, the guys that are too good for minors, period, that are not quite making it at the majors yet.
Yep.
Such as Leody Taveras. Leody Taveras is one. That's an example.
Yeah.
And then guys that are veterans that have played 10 years in the league or whatever, and they're on minor league contracts until they get they're playing in the minor leagues until they get that opt-out, that June opt-out, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah, he's playing, he's pitching against some high quality opponents. So it's not like he's
Well, and I think
AAA.
And to be honest with you, I think Cole Winn was trying too much last year to get to the majors. I think if he'd kept doing what got him to AAA, he would have been fine. But I think he tried to overdo stuff and show them that he's ready now. And I think he kind of went off the rails a little bit. But I still think he's a great pitcher. I still think he'll make the majors, and I still think he'll have a successful career. It's just hopefully, like you said, his little glitch was last year, and this year he'll look great, and they'll have to call him up.
Yeah, and it's going to be nice to have that depth when somebody gets an injury, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Dunning. It sounds like he might be bullpen. Yeah, bullpen headed to the bullpen. Long relief swingman. So there's some depth there, and then you got some depth with Odorizzi as well.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, a guy, Cole, who stole the show so far this spring is Cole Reagans. Cole Reagans has been unbelievable, hitting 100 miles an hour with his fastball. I mean, everybody is saying, who is this guy and where did he come from all of a sudden? I mean, he's healthy. He worked hard over the offseason, and they said he's topping out at 100 and pitching 96, 98 with his fastball with a nasty slider, and a curveball. Cole Reagans, I don't know how they're not going to put him on this team, but I don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I might have to hit him up, see if he wants to come on with this, but probably going to wait and let the roster decisions be made first. Yeah. Because he's probably locked in right now and doesn't want to be bothered. So I'm not going to bother him right now, but I will. I'm going to bug you, Cole. I'm going to bug you, buddy, but not right now. So yeah, he's been great. And so last year he was, from what I saw, the most part, occasional curve, occasional slide, but mainly cutter, cutter, and two-seam change.
Yep.
Mainly cutter, two-seam change. He didn't throw the four-seamer a whole lot. Now looks like he is.
Yeah, and like I said, if you're hitting 100, out of the bullpen, if he came out left-handed throwing 100 miles an hour, he's going to be all right.
Well, and think about all the lefties that's out there.
Yeah,
it's we are left-handed happy, and that's a great kind of happiness right there.
I agree completely. Yeah, but he's been one that has really impressed me so far this spring.
Cole's got a 0.83 whip.
That's what I'm saying. He's just been destroying people.
14 Ks and 9 2/3 innings.
Yeah, he has been killing people. So, he's one again. And that's what Chris Young and Bruce Bochy both said about him is he's making it hard on us, which is what you want your guys to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very happy that's going on with Cole Reagans. Another guy we thought might make the team is now a Pittsburgh Pirate, was Mark Mathias.
Yep, Mark Mathias traded for a player to be named later. I had his name right there, and I don't remember.
He has been named, yes.
Yes, the player has been named. Player to be named later. He has been named.
He has been named. I mean, not like they gave him a name. He had a name.
Ricky DeVito.
That's it, yes.
Danny's grandchild. No. Check his Twitter out. He's a pretty ripped dude.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Pretty ripped dude. He's not afraid to show it. But
well, and from what I've read from Pittsburgh media, they're pretty high on him.
Yeah, they were pretty high on him. I think he was their 10th, 11th ranked prospect. Now he's 24, so he's not a
spring chicken.
Yeah, he's not a real young kid. So, and he pitched in high A last year for Pittsburgh. So
I haven't done a lot of research, but it sounds like probably injury stuff.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you'd imagine it just seems like Tommy John. That's starting to happen so much earlier with these guys. And
yeah.
I don't know that did happen with him.
We'll do more research on it, let you guys know on Wednesday's show. But we just wanted to kind of talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, and Mathias was he's relatively young, 28 years old. Yeah. He had a really good finish to the season last year. So, you figured he'd have a shot to play, and he showed his versatility playing infield, outfield.
Yep.
So that's somebody that the Pirates need right now.
Yep.
Big time. A veteran who's got some skins on the wall, not a whole lot, but has some skin on the wall, and to play multiple positions, and so they can get some more some guys in there to get feelers on them. So, it's just a minor trade, sure, but hey.
It's a pretty good return for Mark Mathias.
Add more minor league depth to a guy that you got last year. Same type of deal.
Yeah.
Just a
quick
guy that all of a sudden a lot of people didn't even know that they'd acquired him.
Yeah.
Mark Mathias.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's up there. He's up there hitting home runs. He's doing pretty well.
Yep.
So
that was a pretty good little investment turnaround that the Rangers got off of Mark Mathias.
Sure. The final month and a half last season. Mathias he hit .277 with 3 doubles, 5 homers, 16 RBIs, and 919 OPS.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty darn good.
That's a pretty good little stretch.
Yeah, he played right field in 10 games, 7 at second base, 6 in left field, 4 at first base, 2 at third base, and 1 in center field. The guy can play everywhere but catcher, apparently.
Yeah, so, he's very good. And again, the Pirates, hopefully he'll do well there. We always wish guys well when they leave the Rangers organization, so hopefully he does well there.
Yep, so that's that.
But yeah, spring is going on. The decisions are starting to be made. There weren't a lot of decisions to be made in spring this year is the thing. Bullpen still isn't completely decided. But most of the decisions, were made before we even got into camp. We knew who all the infielders were. We were pretty sure who the outfielders were. But we need to talk about Rex Grossman, who has really had a good spring.
Yes. And Rex Grossman.
Robbie Grossman.
Robbie Grossman.
Rex Grossman did not have a good spring.
You're thinking of the old Chicago Bears.
Bears quarterback. He did not have a good spring at all. That's why he's not with Chicago anymore.
No.
Robbie Grossman. Thank you very much. Robbie Grossman's even having a better spring than Rex Grossman.
Yes, 33 years old, and they signed him. I mean, to play, to be on the team, and
we made a mistake on a podcast and said
we did
minor league deal. It wasn't. They signed him to a 2-year major league deal, so we made a mistake on that one. Sorry about that. Thanks to our good buddy John Moore.
John Moore corrected us in front of all of our
friends.
Which
means he was listening, so I love it.
Thanks, John. I totally missed it. I thought it was a minor league deal. It was me. I'll go ahead and say it. It was me. I said it was a minor league deal. It wasn't. It was a major league deal. So he's going to make the team.
And he's looking good.
He's looking really good. He's hitting .375. He's got 2 homers and 9 RBIs, 24 at bats.
And we all know if Brad Miller's healthy, also a very good outfielder. So you're looking at him, Brad Miller, and Bubba all out there as a platoon. I think is going to be great.
And we were kind of talking about a platoon kind of going on out there, because Grossman, it seems like he hits lefty. He's a switch hitter.
Yeah,
he hits righties or hits lefties better than he does righties.
Yes,
a lot better.
And Miller hits righties better.
Yeah, Miller's a left-handed hitter, straight left-handed hitter. Bubba Thompson's a right-handed hitter. Bubba can play all 3 positions.
Yep.
So
Bubba's a great bench outfielder because he can play all three positions, and
you can bring him in
pinch runner. Pinch runner
late in the game. Late in the game to play defense and run. So
he could probably steal second, third, and home before the guy throws a pitch.
Yeah. Guys just looking around going, what?
Although I think he got picked off in spring, didn't he, one time? I think he actually got picked off for the first time.
By the way, real quick, Robbie Grossman is from Cypress, Texas.
Yes, I did know that he was a Texan.
Yep, so that's cool.
Rex Grossman is not.
Rex Grossman is not from Texas.
No, he's not. No. That's going off the top of the show, by the way.
Bubba did get caught once.
Yeah, I thought he got caught once in the spring.
He's stolen. He's 5 of 6.
So yeah, I'm going at the front of the show talking about Rex Grossman.
Yeah, Rex Grossman.
I do get feedback on that, by the way, and people love it.
Was he out there throwing footballs? Or
apparently,
what?
People love it when we make fun of ourselves before the show even starts. People love that. So
yeah, they should, because we don't care. We
well, they ought to hear all the stuff I cut out that was stupid. Like we just just the good stupid stuff is all we show you guys.
Oh, believe me, there's plenty of stupid.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stupid.
Oh, Nathan Uvalde pitched again, or pitched today as well.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Both deGrom and Uvalde started today.
Yeah, so we'll have some
Uvalde
numbers
was
on that
another
Wednesday.
one that had it was a side injury.
Yes, correct.
Uvalde was a side injury too. So
deGrom didn't even have an injury; he just had a little soreness on his left side.
Right.
But according to the New York media, he was shut down for the rest of the year.
Shut down for the year.
In fact, he'll never pitch for the Rangers for his entire contract.
Jeez, New York media. Yeah. Actually, it was for Uvalde lower back, kind of. Yeah, I guess kind of the side lower back, whatever. So kind of something like I deal with all the time.
Yeah. So Rex Grossman aside, Robbie Grossman has had a great spring. So.
Yeah. Yep. He sure has. OPS of 1192. I mean,
yeah, he's had a great spring.
Yeah, it's spring training again. You can say spring training. Well, if he sucked, then we'd be bitching about it, Well,
if he was trying and he was 0 for 30, that would be a problem.
Yeah.
But, so it's funny, because people say it's just spring training if you do really good, but if you do really bad, people are like, cut him from the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? It is just spring training. He'll have to show us in the regular season, but he's done enough in spring training to make I mean, he'd already going to make it, but he'll be a pivotal player for the 2013 Rangers.
Yeah. And they've got this is going to bring up another one. I said on the last podcast that we did with Kane that I could see maybe Sam Huff being dealt because he's not going to be getting a whole lot of plate appearances. But I was thinking about it today, and I'm going to have to walk back on that one because I mean they've got Mitch Garver listed as the catcher, but he's going to be your everyday DH,
probably. And
now Sam Huff can DH, catch, and play first,
and so can Mitch Garver.
Mitch Garver can as well. So Garver's your everyday DH. When somebody needs a day off, well, then you put him at DH, and Garver can maybe catch or whatever. But I think that they don't. This was just my thinking. I'm stinking thinking, right? So I don't think they want Jonah Heim catching as much as he did last year.
No, I don't think they do either.
I don't think they do, and I think that you might see more of Sam Huff than what we've been kind of. I don't know how to term it, but giving him credit for or whatever. But I just don't. I can see Sam Huff being the backup catcher, the backup first baseman, backup DH, and getting a lot of playing time. And another thing that struck me is that Jonah's not a small guy. He's a taller guy. He's a taller catcher. So that's more wear and tear. When a big guy's having to get up and down and block balls and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't think that they want him to catch as many games as he did last year. And I'm trying to look and see exactly how many he caught. But would you agree that maybe?
Yeah, they don't want him to catch it. Yeah, I was starting to think that too. And I read an article like right after that podcast a couple weeks ago saying, is Sam Huff auditioning for other teams? I wrote it for the Ranger Report. And I'm starting to back up on that too, because I mean, he's such a good player. I think they want to keep him. And if, like you said, if they can find a place for him, they can rotate those three guys around. I mean, Jonah can DH too. So if you can rotate those three guys around between catcher, DH, and first base, but do they want three catchers on the roster is the only thing. How many how many relievers are they going to carry? It's all going to boil down to that basically. But I think they want him on this team for sure.
See, Jonah, he's 6'4".
Yep.
And he caught 127 games last year. That's all but 35 games.
Yeah, he caught a lot of games.
You don't, and I would like to see more of. Now, a different manager, we got Bochy now. Woodward didn't seem to bother him much. And Johnny Oates used to be a big proponent of this too. Is not letting a catcher catch back-to-back days when there's a day game after a night game.
Yeah.
So either you start, depending on the matchups, now we got analytics or whatever. Instead of starting Heim like on a Saturday night with a Sunday day game behind, coming behind that, you start a Huff on Saturday, depending on the matchup. That's if it matches up the way you want, and let Heim catch the day game Saturday, because then you got a full 36 hours or 30 hours or whatever before your next game, probably.
Yeah.
Or even if it's a day game on Monday, or you're off on Monday. So
yeah,
I just think that would be a good idea. And I hope Bochy does that, which would really kind of naturally allow Sam Huff to get a whole lot more games in. And I'd like to see Jonah maybe around the 100 mark.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not production wise. That's not what I'm asking. What I'm saying is he wore down, and he's going to have a shorter career because he's just a taller guy, and I don't want to see that happen to him. So around the 100 range, and see, Sam Huff gets 60 to 50 to 60 starts at catcher. Yeah. That's just a catcher. So he's going to, he can spell Nathaniel Lowe first every now and then, and he can play DH. So you might see Sam Huff get more than half the games at bat. And then next year, Garber is a free agent. So then Huff becomes your full-time DH and your backup catcher. That frees up another roster spot because your backup catcher's in your lineup already.
Exactly.
So it just makes so much more sense to go ahead and keep him now, because again, Heim is such a big guy, and Garver's going to be gone next year.
Yep.
And so and Huff can play 3 different positions. So that's just kind of I had to walk it back. I had to walk that one back. I had to make sure I covered my bases.
Yeah, I like it. I think that was good. So
I hope so.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for tonight. We're doing another one later this week, and then hopefully we'll have a live one at the end of the week. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned on the Twitter. Stay tuned on the Facebook. The Facebook, we appreciate y'all on there. I get notifications every morning. It's like 15 to 20 notifications, and I'm like, and it's all, none of it's on my personal feed.
Yeah, it's all
on the Ranger Report.
Oh yeah.
So we thank y'all very much for that. That's awesome, and y'all are engaging on there as well. And
yeah, we appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so much for all you do. We appreciate you guys listening and interacting and all that. We do love it. Even if you have bad things to say, we still like it. We still appreciate the interaction. We make mistakes and we're dummies sometimes, and we appreciate the reminder. So thank you guys for that too.
We're dummies sometimes, and when we put it at the front of the podcast.
That is correct, which we'll do tonight.
Yep, it's Ben this time, y'all.
It's me this time. Yay for CJ. It's finally me making fun of me. All right. Have a good one, CJ.
See you later, Rex.
See you later, Rex Grossman.
Thanks for listening to the Ranger Report podcast. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, and at therangerreport.com.